You know, it's a good problem to have with a single channel amp that has amazing clean tones and amazing overdrive tones. So I wanted to see if I couldn't capture on video a quick comparison of what it sounds like to crank the amp's gain up, get some overdrive going that way, and then to dial it back for clean sounds and come back with some of the pedals on my pedal board. If you can see, I've got a Suhr Tumnus, a Wampler Tumnus, forgive me, and an Outlaw Effects Deputy Marshal overdrive. And I'll be demonstrating both of those in a minute, but first wanted to see if we could capture just the raw sound of the amp itself. Everything's running in 4-cable method, controlled by the Boss MS3 that I've got here. On this patch, all I've got is a little bit of reverb in the loop, so everything else that you're about to hear is coming from the amp, from my trusty Hamer Mirage #1. So here's the bridge humbucker, just some basic overdrive. Rolling the guitar's volume down. Same settings on the amp. Still a humbucker pickup. Vintage rails neck pickup. Volume back up on the guitar. Back to the Duncan custom humbucker. So that's what happens if we run the amp dirty. Now I'm going to dial the gain back to about 4 or so. Bring the master up just a little bit more. Now there's the clean sound. Same bridge humbucker. All I did was dial the amp's gain from 8 down to 4. Alright, so here's the Tumnus into the amp set clean. Rolling back the guitar's volume, the Tumnus is still on. This next patch, I've got a tube screamer type circuit built into the Boss MS3 running for the overdrive, again into the amp set clean. So just by way of comparison, I'll turn the internal overdrive off for a minute. There's the clean sound. Here is the imitation tube screamer in the Boss. Guitar's volume rolled back, tube screamer in the Boss unit still on. The vintage rail in the neck. It's a great blues tone. to compare some single note lines on the Tumnus. Back to the TS. That's pretty impressive considering that the distortions and everything that's built into the MS3 is all digital. It's not analog. So that surprised me. But for higher gain, thicker, more Marshall style, can't speak English today, more Marshall style overdrive, not as happy with the circuits that are built into the Boss MS3. So got this real cheap $40 Deputy Marshall by Outlaw Effects. It actually sounds pretty good. Here it is on the bridge humbucker. So there's the Deputy Marshall by Outlaw Effects. Just by way of comparison, let's go into the editing here and let's turn off the Deputy Marshall. Here's the closest I could get with the internal overdrives. This is the natural overdrive setting in the Boss MS3. That's the digital overdrive in the MS3. Back to the Deputy Marshall. It's a little thicker, a little more amp-like. But just as one final comparison, we'll go back in here, turn this reverb off, and let's dial the amp back up one more time. Bring the master down a little bit. Here's the amp overdrive. So there you have it. What do you do with a single channel amp that has a great clean and a great overdrive? Let me know in the comments which way you think I ought to run it. Try to make up my mind. Thanks for watching.